Okay, ever feel like you're stuck in some kind of crazy coding action movie? Dodging those logic bombs and wrestling with syntax gremlins?
Yeah, I feel that.
But what if you could have this awesome team of AI sidekicks in your corner? Like, imagine the Avengers, but for your code base.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into Roo Code.
Roo Code.
It was known as Roo Client before, but it's this AI-powered coding agent that can turn, like, any solo developer into a whole coding dream team.
Yeah, it's really interesting how they're approaching this.
So forget starting from scratch, right? This is like instant coding firepower.
Exactly. And Roo Code is this AI-driven autonomous coding agent. It lives right inside your VS Code, which is pretty cool. So picture it as like the ultimate co-pilot, right? Sitting right there with you, bridging that gap between your, that awesome app idea you've got bouncing around in your head and a real working product.
Yeah.
And it's like having this tireless expert collaborator.
Yeah.
And they're available 24/7, which is pretty amazing.
Oh, for sure. And I think for those, who maybe followed it in its earlier days,
Right.
Roo Code actually started as like a fork of Klein.
Yeah.
But it's gone through some major changes.
It's evolved a lot.
Big time advancements, a whole bunch of new features.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
Now, for you, the listener,
Yeah.
whether you're like prepping for some big tech discussion or just trying to understand like what are the latest tools, or if you're just really curious, Roo Code can give you a huge advantage, right? Because it takes all of that coding grunt work, all that repetitive and complex stuff, and it just automates it. So you can really focus on the big picture
Yeah.
and, get to those aha moments that we all love.
Right. And what's really cool is at its core, Roo Code can generate functional code from like your plain language descriptions.
Oh, wow.
So you can explain what you want to build and it'll start writing the code for you. That's a pretty big deal for bringing ideas to life quickly.
So it can take like just an idea and turn that into code?
Yeah, it can help you get a starting point. But it's not just about writing new code, right? It can actually help you refine and fix code that already exists. Think of it like that senior developer, the one who always spots the edge cases, the things you might miss.
Yeah, the ones that always find those little things that you're like, how did you even see that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And honestly, who really enjoys writing documentation?
No one.
Roo Code can help with that too.
Oh, nice.
So your projects are well documented.
It's like having that coding mentor right there.
It is. And you can actually ask Roo Code questions about your code, if you're stuck or if you just want to understand something better. And it can even handle those repetitive tasks, the ones that just take up so much time. And it can even create new files and entire project structures so you don't have to start from scratch every time.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible.
So it's not just helping you with the code itself, it's helping you set up your whole project. That's wild. Okay, so how does Roo Code approach development? Does it have some kind of secret sauce?
Well, it's almost like it uses first principles thinking, It has different modes that are tailored to specific roles.
Oh, interesting.
So you have code mode. That's for when you're actually building, writing the code.
Yeah.
But then there's architect mode.
Okay.
That's when you need to step back and think about the structure of your application.
So it's like the planning phase.
Exactly, like laying out the blueprints.
I like that.
And then there's ask mode, which is great for when you get stuck.
Oh.
You need some clarification or you have a question about your code, you can use that.
So it's like having different AI personalities for different parts of the process.
Kind of. It's a really clever way to use AI, right? You're directing its intelligence to the specific problem you have. Imagine if you had Tony Stark's intelligence helping you design your project, and then a team of specialized AI assistants to handle all the coding details.
That would be amazing. Okay, so we've talked about first principles thinking, but what about critical thinking? Does Roo Code do anything there?
Oh, absolutely. It can help you analyze your code.
Really?
Yeah, it can point out potential weaknesses, things you might want to improve.
Okay.
And suggest ways to optimize your code.
So it's like a code review buddy.
Exactly. It makes sure your code is solid, follows best practices.
That's really helpful. So where does Roo Code fit in with all the other AI stuff that's out there? Does it work with different AI models?
It does. And that's actually a huge advantage. It supports a bunch of different models. You've got OpenAI, Claude, Gemini. Even open source options like DeepSeek R1.
DeepSeek R1, that's a new one.
It is, and it's getting a lot of attention because it's really good at reasoning.
Reasoning.
Yeah, like understanding complex concepts and relationships. And it's really efficient, which is great for keeping costs down. So with Roo Code, you have all these different AI tools at your disposal, and you can choose the ones that are best for you.
That's awesome. So for our listeners out there, let's break down what Roo Code can actually do for you.
Right.
It can generate code from, just your descriptions.
Right. Just tell it what you want.
Take your ideas and turn them into code. It can be your debugging assistant, helping you get rid of those pesky bugs.
Yeah, the ones that make you want to pull your hair out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It can help you with documentation, which, let's be honest, is a chore.
It is, but it's important.
Yeah. But Roo Code takes care of it.
It does.
It can also automate those tedious tasks.
Mm.
Right. Freeing you up to focus on the more creative stuff.
Exactly. You can focus on solving problems and coming up with the new ideas.
And it's got that multi-mode functionality we talked about. Code, architect, ask, debug, even custom modes.
So you can really customize it to your needs.
So it's a pretty powerful tool. And we've touched on some of its features, but there's this one thing that seems really innovative.
Oh, you mean boomerang tasks?
Yes.
Ooh.
What is that all about?
So imagine you have a really complex task, something that's too big for the AI to handle all at once.
Okay, yeah.
With boomerang tasks, Roo Code breaks it down into smaller, manageable subtasks.
Okay.
And each of these subtasks has its own context, like its own little world.
Oh, interesting.
And you can even assign different AI models to different subtasks.
Wow. So if one part needs, superpowered reasoning, you can use DeepSeek R1 for that.
Exactly. And another part might need something else. It's a brilliant way to manage really complex problems. You're not trying to cram everything into one AI request, which can be inefficient and costly. It's like having an AI project manager who's coordinating a whole team of specialized AI developers.
Oh, I like that analogy. So it's like a team effort.
Yeah. And speaking of DeepSeek R1, its integration with Roo Code is a game changer. DeepSeek R1 is open source. It's known for its reasoning abilities and cost effectiveness. And when you combine that with Roo Code, it's like a super highway from no code to a working application.
And because it's open source, that means it's more accessible, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So you can build some pretty sophisticated things without having to write a ton of code yourself.
Yeah, it's like having an AI that can translate your vision into reality.
That's amazing. So we've talked about all these different features, but can you customize Roo Code? Can you really make it your own?
Oh, yeah. There's this enhanced prompt feature. So you can refine your instructions, to get better results from the AI.
Okay, so you can kind of tweak how it understands what you want.
Yeah. But even cooler, you can create your own custom modes.
Custom modes.
Yeah, like if you have a very specific task, you can create a mode just for that.
It's wild.
Like imagine a mode just for writing unit tests or for code reviews.
Oh, that would be so helpful.
It would. And Roo Code gives you that level of control. You can build your own specialized AI assistants.
That's incredible. So for those listening who are thinking about cost, AI can get expensive, right?
It can be, but Roo Code has a really clever feature. You can disable the MCP servers.
And what does that do?
It can actually reduce your token usage by 50% for new tasks.
50%. That's huge.
It is. It's like finding a way to make your AI team way more efficient.
Yeah, that's like a secret weapon.
It is.
Oh.
So think about it this way. Traditional coding, it's like you're trying to build something really complicated with just a basic instruction manual.
Yeah, that's tough.
But with Roo Code, it's like you have this team of expert engineers. They not only follow instructions, but they can also anticipate problems, suggest better designs, that's the architect mode, and answer your why questions.
Which is, what we all want to know, right? Why is this happening?
Exactly. And that's where the ask mode shines. So it's a total shift in how we approach software development.
And it's only getting better, right?
Absolutely.
So given how fast AI is evolving and how powerful these tools are becoming, we have a bold prediction.
Okay, let's hear it.
We think that within the next 2 years, most new software projects, even the complex ones, will use AI coding agents for a lot of their development.
Oh, wow. That's a big prediction.
It is. And it means that solo developers will be able to achieve things that used to require huge teams.
Yeah, it's like democratizing software creation.
Exactly. And that lone wolf coder will become more like, a pack leader
Yeah.
directing their AI agents to build amazing things.
It's a really exciting vision of the future.
It is.
And now that you've heard about what's possible, I'm curious, what's that project you've always wanted to tackle?
Yeah, the one that's been in the back of your mind.
The one you've been hesitant to start. Could Roo Code be the key to finally making it happen?
I think it could be.
Dive in, explore, and see what you can build.
I can't wait to see what you create.